How did Four Fish Films get started?
We on?
Yeah.
How did it start?
Well, before that, this is Monty Fisher, everybody. And yeah, he's telling us about...
I'm looking at Andy Zucchini right now.
He's
and
Choco, tell us a little bit about...
We should know about Choco.
We should know about Choco.
Choco, up.
Choco.
Up, Choco. No.
Probably saw his head popping up a little bit there.
He's not going to be part of this interview.
But yeah, let's just get started with...
Tie straight?
And founder of Four Fish Films.
Well, I got the idea to do it about 15 years ago. When it was finally, it came time. I've been trying to produce a movie about my adventures in Peru for years, and I was getting nowhere. I says, you know what, I've got to make my own company, and I've just got to do this one way.
That was with the Peru movie.
Yeah, it was about my adventures in Peru. It's now the current title is $186 to Freedom. The original title, it was Gringo, then it was called City of Gardens, and went through a bunch of titles. But it's about my prison stay and escape from a prison in a political prison in Peru. And
oh wow!
It's an adventure, kind of an action film, bilingual, and very intense drama.
Yeah, that was actually the first film of yours I saw.
And it took me years to make it, so I finally had to start this. I had to make Four Fish Films, and the idea of Four Fish Films was we're all fishers, and I've got 3 sisters, and it's a way to include my sisters in.
Okay.
Somehow they're going to be involved one way or another in this business.
So that name, Four Fish Films, didn't come until that movie.
And that's our little logo. We have 4 little fish swimming along.
But you did projects before Four Fish Films, the name was created.
Yeah, I didn't ask my sisters about it. I just said, we're all going to be little fish. I'm going to be the big fish. You fish are going to follow me.
Nice. So next question here I got is, or what people are asking is, what kind of movies can people expect from Four Fish Films?
Well, you got to look at our documentary about the Holocaust, which will be developed into a feature film about a Holocaust survivor, which I call it a war hero story, but it's more like an intense war drama. Our first film is an action drama about a true life story in Peru, and the comedy. What you can expect is fantasy. Because there's enough stories in this world. I don't think we need to resort to fantasy to entertain ourselves. 5th of July, you can see another interview I'm in where I talk about that. It's a comedy based on another one of my experiences where I got robbed up in the mountains and had to hitchhike home over the 4th of July weekend. It's a good comedy. I'm writing other scripts about things that have happened in my life.
Things you've experienced.
Yeah. I've had such a great life of stupid interesting things that I've gotten myself into such deep poo-poo that I've been able to just, I can just take my own experiences and create screenplays.
Is writing, directing, or acting, what do you prefer? Or producing?
I'm not a very good actor.
Okay.
So that's why I turned into a producer and a writer. You know, I tried the acting because it's a good way to get into writing, producing, because it's the creative part of it, and it lets you understand filmmaking process from the bottom. You know.
Okay. Is there a certain genre in any of your Four Fish Films productions?
We have comedy, we have drama, we've done a documentary. We're doing a documentary now. We filmed over in Cuba about Camilo, the director.
Oh, nice.
He came back after 54 years. My people were finishing the 5th of July, so I've got to keep in touch with my editors and directors and composers to make sure everything comes together. Then we're going to have probably go to some film festivals. So
awesome.
That'll be a fun thing.
Awesome. Well, we will look forward to that.
And then after we sell 5th of July, we'll find out what our next project is. It could be a comedy. It could be a dark comedy. If we get enough money, it could be a war story about our war about Bernie.
The Holocaust survivor.
The Holocaust survivor. We did a documentary about the most awesome man I've ever met in my life, who survived 5 years of the Holocaust, and came back, and now, you know, he just passed on, but he's been a mentor and a hero to me because of what he survived. If he can survive that, I can survive anything.
Yeah.
Well, I would like, you know, I don't have the budget to make these huge studio films, and now most of these studio films are involved in fantasy, special effects, impossible stuff.
And that's never been.
And
yeah.
I'm not interested in that stuff, and I think it's an opportunity for independent filmmakers, because we don't have the possibilities to do those kind of films, for us to make things that are more based on reality, you know.
Okay.
And our world we're so fantasy, virtual reality oriented now that we have to remind that, you know, there's real stories out there to always be told.
Perfect. So you can see this interview along with interviews from his most recent film that's in post-production right now, which is the 5th of July. This is Monty Fisher with Four Fish Films. Website is fourfishfilmsproductions.com. And yeah, any last closing note for our audience here?
If you don't see 5th of July, you're a real idiot. So you better go out and see it. All right, 5th of July,
You heard it
coming soon
here.
this year in 2018.
Cheers.